Chapter 7, Part 3 of 6 Bullets, 7 Kills. Sheriff Wright kept his tone down. However, the bolstering outside grew with entrance to the event. John is going to say werewolf, Deputy Bradford Montgomery said. God damn it! Sheriff Wright held his anger displayed lowly. I know he is. We say black bear because that is the logical animal that did this. W. Montgomery held up sorry hands, shaking his sudden understanding. The door flung open, battering the bell hung to alert the participants within. Catherine storming in with such fury, a bat door shot back into her, which she reverted the swing. Raymond, where is John? I want him to tell me this black bear story, she demanded with an index finger. The deputies shied away from the conversation. Just then, Mayor Henry Armstrong bobbed in through the same way, slower and heavier on the breathing, but still furious the same. I demand you lock Miss Aldrich up, Sheriff, for striking a town's official, he said, barely opening the swing hinged doors. Mayor, that is not going to happen. Getting slapped comes with the job, Sheriff Wright said. Disrespecting the town official is overlooked here, huh? Mayor Armstrong challenged. If I arrest every woman who slapped me or every man that took a swing at me for being the bearer of bad news or dealing the bad news to a loved one, you would have been building me a bigger cell block by then, Sheriff Wright stated matter of fact. Pardon me. I hear a werewolf calls this. What kind of investigation are you running, Sheriff? Mayor Armstrong asked. Deputy Casper Worthington blocked off Mayor Armstrong. No one is saying werewolf, Mayor. All evidence found supports a black bear attack. Okay, Casper. Then why did your comrades tell the nurses in the emergency room that John was spatting out about a werewolf killing his dogs when they just simply ran away? Huh? Mayor Armstrong was saying, filling air once again to continue smoking another cigar. We are looking into that, Deputy Worthington said. How is that, Casper? Everyone is here, but Franklin and Aaron. How is that looking into it? He asked. Mayor, I have personally seen the black bear claw marks. That theory is solid, Deputy Montgomery said. I see. Mayor Armstrong trailed off, seeing Catherine and Sheriff walking into the last cell, Deputy James Jones in tow. John Kessler sat on the bottom bunk, head in his hands, eyes closed. John could not shake the fact that he was hearing most of the conversation inside. It started with Catherine blasting through the front door, though, in his half-sleep state, fading with the guard's desk radio talking about the first game in the World Series starting today, calling it the Bay Bridge Series. John remembered accepting sleep to the Oakland A's and San Francisco Giants playing statistics being analyzed and debated to the listening audience. Then random words from Sheriff Wright and some deputies made themselves noticed to his ears. Memory. The problem was that the sleep state of mind erased the words into rubbish when called upon to recollection. That brought John into his sitting stance, head stumbling for understanding. Okay, John, this black bear story better be good, Catherine demanded, arms folded. How about some coffee first, Catherine? John asked, irritated. I'm not your maid, John. Get it yourself, she insisted. I do not have maids, Catherine. I have monthly services that come on specific dates in the month. Helps Audrey and I live mostly to ourselves, he reported it with spice. Well, that must be nice. We provide daily jobs at Aldrich Farms for maids, providing a paying job to those in need. Catherine said in a higher-than-thou tone. John just laughs. Get the man some coffee, Jimmy. Christ, Sheriff Wright, snapping Jimmy out of the conversation. Pardon me. Sheriff Wright gave Deputy Montgomery a hold up looks with the lifting of his head. Whatever helps you sleep, Jane Fonda, John said, waving off Catherine's generosity. Your family profited off of the town folks' life, while my family provided life while maintaining the existence of the people. She elevated herself. No, Catherine, what's all this? Now, Catherine, what's all this talk about? Asked Sheriff Wright. Deputy Jones made his way to John with a cup of coffee. After his delivery, Deputy Jones leaned his right shoulder into the cinder block and iron bar corner. Sheriff, this is a family town business, Catherine batted back. Yeah, see this star right here pinned to my shirt? Sheriff Wright tugged at his badge. I'm allowed to interfere with any business, family or commercial, in this town. John sipped his hot coffee, just hearing all the past boastering Catherine has done about her family, from bringing civilization to the mining town to ending the side hole and providing religious roots, bed and breakfast for providing more jobs and a place for spouses to be alone, Aldrich Farm festivals every season, keeping the grocery stores stocked with quality fresh products, leaving plenty of people canning and jarring for the winters stock the shelves, all of which the town bought at above reasonable prices with the money it made from selling its cash producing product, coal. And John Kessler knew his family history thoroughly. August Kessler discovered and founded Kessler Mines after the Civil War. The Kesslers made the Aldriches. They just let them run with it. Catherine, Audrey has been cremated. Her ashes are at the hospital at the coroner's office. She is ready for you to take her home, since you know Mitchell Strong really runs the Aldrich Farms production, leaving you with the time for meddling into townsfolk's affairs. John peered from behind his coffee mug, starting to drink. Asshole, you should have discussed that with me. What if I wanted to see my sister one last time? She swelled up. I saved you from viewing Audrey. Burnt heat piled on by the fallen fucking roof. Unrecognizable. John held his position, thinking of the before recognition. Don't save me on your Black Bear story, Catherine insisted. Catherine, know that Audrey has been torn from my life. Now that Audrey has been torn from my life, I don't have to tell you a goddamn fucking thing, John said, seeing his son yet again. She dashed in suddenly, flipping John's coffee mug up, splashing the hot liquid chin upwards. Fuck you, John! He blasted off the bottom bunk, slapping the mug off to the back of the cell. His stiff arm pushing Catherine through the cell door, opening into an alerted Sheriff Wright approaching fast. He grabbed the fourth bar from the metal door frame, rattling loose plaster bits the size of nickels and dimes from the time-age structure. His right hand furiously palm striking the second bar. Sheriff Wright easily caught her back to her feet. To Raymond's surprise, John was putting a slight curve into the iron bar. A sudden air shot of a tranquilizer handgun caught Sheriff Wright's attention. John yelled, "Motherfucker!" Deputy James Jones had the tranquilizer handgun held in his right hand, still pointing at John's ass. A dart stuck firmly from John's right butt cheek. He spun onto Deputy Jones, knocking the handgun from his grasp, pinning Deputy Jones to the cinder block wall by him, shoving his forearm deep into the throat of Deputy Jones, choking him out quickly. He, however, could not complete his task, as the ass shot drained his fire equally as fast. Both men awkwardly fell to the floor. What the hell place are you running here, I say, Raymond? Mayor Armstrong said to the brief play he seen perform. Deputy Worthington and Deputy Montgomery rushed in for assistance. God damn, Jimmy, when did you get the tranquilizer handgun? Sheriff Wright shouted. When I was getting coffee for John. Hell, if he fought off a werewolf, shit. Sheriff, how am I to beat him? Deputy Jones said seriously. God damn it, Jimmy, was all Sheriff Wright managed to say in his reply to this idiot. Catherine glared hatred at John's unconscious body lumping on the floor. She found herself stomping on John, screaming, I hate you. Deputy Jones just watched from the ground, holding his throat, one foot after the other. Sheriff Wright tried to pull her off, and to his surprise, he welcomed Deputy Worthington and Deputy Montgomery in separating Catherine away from John. God damn it, Raymond, I say. Mayor Armstrong shook his head in disappointment. Casper, take Catherine to the hospital so she can retrieve her sister's remains. Sheriff Wright barked. I can drive myself, thank you, yelled Catherine over her shoulder, storming her way back outside. God damn it, Casper, follow her and make sure she gets to the hospital safe. Sheriff Wright persisted in his order of escort. Montgomery, call an ambulance for John. Christ! Sheriff Wright issued it to Deputy Montgomery. On it, Sheriff. He went back to his desk to make the call. Mayor Armstrong took residency in Deputy Brown's chair. Jimmy, Sheriff Wright stared into Deputy Jones's eyes. You are now the permanent Quasimodo of the sheriff office. Get your ass to the phones and wait for calls. Ambulance on the way, Sheriff, Deputy Montgomery announced. Great, Mayor Armstrong said. We need to talk, Raymond. Better get the better bottle and two glasses, will you?